Welcome to my channel, The World Coin. Hello and welcome, coin lovers. This channel is dedicated to the fascinating world of coins from every corner of the globe. From ancient currency to modern mints, rare finds to everyday coins, we explore their history, design, and hidden stories. So subscribe now and join our growing community of coin collectors, history enthusiasts, and curious minds. I have 4 videos of 5 cents. So let's get started. The United States 5 cents coin of 2012, commonly known as the Jefferson nickel, is a modern American circulation coin that represents the long, historical journey of the nickel series that began in 1938 and continues unchanged in importance to this day. The 2012 nickel carries the modernized design introduced in 2006, which features a detailed and realistic forward-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence. On the obverse side, the bold motto, "In God We Trust," appears above Jefferson's portrait, while the inscription, "Liberty," written in Jefferson's own handwriting style, appears to the left along the curve of the coin, followed by the date 2012. The mint mark, whether P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco proof, is placed just beside the date. The reverse side displays the historic Monticello, Jefferson's architectural masterpiece and home in Virginia. The building is engraved with classical detail, showing columns, steps, windows, and dome structure. Above Monticello appears the traditional motto, "E pluribus unum," meaning, "out of many, one," while beneath the building the name, Monticello, the denomination, 5 cents, and the issuing authority, United States of America, are written clearly. The coin is struck from a durable copper-nickel alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silvery metallic appearance and strong resistance to wear during circulation. The 2012 nickel weighs 5.00 grams, has a diameter of 21.21 millimeters, a thickness of about 1.95 millimeters, and a smooth plain edge. In 2012, the U.S. Mint produced hundreds of millions of these coins. The Philadelphia Mint and Denver Mint struck massive quantities for everyday commerce, while the San Francisco Mint produced a much smaller number of mirror finish-proof coins exclusively for collectors. Although the 2012 nickel is generally considered common, its collectible value increases significantly depending on condition, grade, strike quality, and error types. Coins that show high-grade surfaces with minimal marks, graded Mississippi 65, Mississippi 66, or MS 67, are sought after by collectors, and coins with full steps FS on the Monticello steps are especially valuable because they indicate a perfectly strong strike from fresh dies. Error varieties such as off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, clipped planchettes, and misaligned dies further increase the coin's rarity and value, sometimes pushing prices from a few dollars into the high hundreds depending on severity and preservation. Proof coins from San Francisco may also exhibit deep cameo contrast that attracts collectors. While circulated examples from everyday use hold only their face value of 5 cents, uncirculated and error specimens can be worth significantly more. The 2012 Jefferson nickel represents not just a small piece of everyday currency, but also a continuation of American history, artistic design, advanced minting technology, and the legacy of Thomas Jefferson himself. For new collectors, coin enthusiasts, and history lovers alike, the 2012 5 cents coin offers an opportunity to explore a blend of heritage, craftsmanship, and hidden collectible potential within one of the most common yet historically rich coins in U.S. circulation. Next video. The United States 5 cents coin of 2011, commonly called the Jefferson nickel, represents more than just a small piece of metal. It is a continuation of over 75 years of American numismatic history, political symbolism, design evolution, and national identity. The 2011 nickel belongs to the modern era of U.S. coins but keeps alive the legacy that began in 1938, when the United States Mint decided to replace the long-running Buffalo nickel with a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States, principal author of the Declaration of Independence, diplomat, philosopher, and founder of the University of Virginia. The 2011 nickel continues the updated portrait that began in 2006, where Jefferson is shown in a more modern, forward-facing style, looking slightly right, giving the coin a contemporary personality compared to the older, more classical side-facing portrait used from 1938 to 2004. The obverse front of the 2011 nickel features Jefferson's face in great detail. The sharpness of the hair, the realism of the eyes, the lightly aged features on his cheeks, and the inscription, "In God We Trust," placed to the left, while "Liberty" is written in Jefferson's own handwriting to the right, followed by the mint year 2011. This stylistic decision, using Jefferson's real handwriting, symbolizes the founding era's authenticity and gives the nickel a personal touch directly connected to American history. Below the year is a small mint mark. D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, or S for San Francisco proof coins. The majority of circulating 2011 nickels were produced in Philadelphia and Denver, each mint manufacturing hundreds of millions that traveled across American commerce, banks, shops, vending machines, parking meters, and daily transactions throughout the nation. On the reverse back of the 2011 nickel is the iconic image of Monticello, Jefferson's self-designed plantation home in Virginia. This building is not just a house, it represents Jefferson's intellectual curiosity, his architectural vision inspired by neoclassical European styles, and his lifelong pursuit of knowledge. The 2011 nickel shows Monticello with refined details. The dome, the pillars, the doorway, the steps, and the shading lines give a three-dimensional feel. Above Monticello is the inscription, E pluribus unum, Latin for, out of many, one, the motto symbolizing unity among diverse states and people that form the United States. Beneath the building appears the word, Monticello, followed by, 5 cents, and finally, United States of America. This reverse design was reintroduced in 2006 after the temporary Westward Journey nickel series of 2004 and 2005, making the 2011 coin part of the modern standard Jefferson nickel design still used today. The composition of the 2011 nickel is 75% copper and 25% nickel, a metal blend that has remained unchanged since 1866. This alloy gives the coin its silver-gray color and strong durability, enabling it to survive decades of circulation without severe damage. A typical 2011 nickel weighs 5 grams, measures 21.21 millimeters in diameter, 1.95 millimeters in thickness, and has a smooth, plain edge without reading. Because of its composition, the nickel does not rust easily, making it ideal for long-term use in everyday economic activities. The coin feels slightly heavier than other small denominations like the penny or dime, giving it a distinct identity in hand. In terms of mintage, the 2011 nickel was produced in large quantities, over 700 million coins combined from Philadelphia and Denver, meaning it is not considered rare in everyday conditions. Circulated examples usually hold face value, 5 cents, though collectors often seek high-grade uncirculated coins, proof versions from San Francisco, or coins with specific errors. Error nickels from 2011 can include off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, missing clad, and improper metal planchette errors. Some unusual errors can be worth $20 to $200, depending on rarity and visual appeal, while exceptional mint mistakes could reach even higher values at auctions. Proof nickels from the San Francisco Mint, struck with mirror-like fields and frosted details, are highly desirable among collectors and often valued between $5 and $15, depending on grade. The historical background of the Jefferson nickel adds further depth to understanding the 2011 version. Thomas Jefferson's image on American coinage reflects his contributions to U.S. independence, his role in expanding American territory through the Louisiana Purchase, and his support for science, agriculture, education, and democratic principles. Monticello represents the architectural and philosophical world Jefferson built for himself, both physically and intellectually. The nickel's enduring design ensures that every piece of this coin circulating in 2011 carries forward a chapter of America's founding story. Economically, the 2011 nickel played a crucial role in everyday commerce across the United States, frequently used in transactions requiring small change. Bus fares, vending machines, toll booths, laundry machines, small purchases, and coin-operated services. Even though inflation has decreased the practical purchasing value of 5 cents over the decades, the nickel remains an iconic and essential part of U.S. currency. In daily use, the 2011 nickel likely traveled through thousands of hands, pockets, wallets, and counters, forming a silent thread connecting markets, people, and economic activities across the nation. From a collector's perspective, The 2011 nickel is valued for its solid design quality and modern details, but it is primarily treasured in high-grade conditions, mint rolls, uncirculated sets, and proof sets. Because millions were minted, its rarity does not come from its year but from its condition, error type, or strike quality. Some collectors prefer to assemble full date and mintmark sets, and the 2011 nickel is an important piece of the ongoing Jefferson Nickels series. In essence, the United States 2011 5-cent coin is a modern continuation of a classic American coin series, combining history, architecture, economics, design evolution, symbolism, and daily life. It is a coin that carries Jefferson's philosophical legacy, the motto of national unity, and over a century and a half tradition of nickel coinage composition. Although common in circulation, it remains a meaningful collectible, a piece of American identity, and a link between the past and the present, telling a rich story every time it changes hands. Next video. The United States 5-cent coin of 2014, commonly known as the Jefferson nickel, stands as an important continuation of America's long-running series that honors the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, while also paying tribute to his historic Virginia home, Monticello. The 2014 nickel is produced by the United States Mint under the modern, Return to Monticello, design style that began in 2006, following a temporary redesign from 2004-2005 during the Westward Journey commemorative period. The obverse front side features a forward-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, showing a more realistic, lifelike, and detailed artistic representation than the classic left-facing portrait used from 1938 to 2003. Jefferson's portrait on the 2014 nickel was designed by Jamie Franke, based on the Rembrandt Peale portrait of 1800. Surrounding the design on the obverse are several inscriptions. The word, Liberty, written in Jefferson's own handwriting style, accompanied by the date, 2014, and the national motto, In God We Trust, positioned on the left side of the portrait. If the coin was minted in Philadelphia, it carries no mint mark. If minted in Denver, it carries a small D mint mark to the right of Jefferson's collar, and if minted in San Francisco, particularly for proof sets, it carries an S mint mark. The reversed back side of the 2014 nickel showcases the iconic image of Monticello, Jefferson's self-designed neoclassical mansion known for its architectural symmetry and its symbolic place in American history. The reverse design, originally created by Felix Schlag in 1938, was restored in its sharper and more detailed modern form beginning in 2006 and continued in 2014. Beneath the Monticello building appears the word, Monticello, while the upper curve carries the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one, symbolizing unity in diversity. At the bottom edge of the coin is the denomination inscription, 5 cents, and below it the issuing country, United States of America. The building's steps, pillars, dome, and windows appear sharp and clear in the 2014 editions, reflecting modern minting technology that enhances details previously difficult to see in older strikes. The metal composition of the 2014 Jefferson nickel continues the long-established standard used since 1866, made from a copper-nickel alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving the coin its familiar silver-gray metallic color and durability. Its weight is 5 grams, diameter is 21.21 millimeters, and the edge is plain, smooth without ridges. These specifications make the coin widely recognizable and consistent across decades. The alloy ensures corrosion resistance and long-lasting wear, allowing nickels to remain in circulation for many years. Many decades-old nickels still circulate due to this composition. In terms of mintages, billions of nickels are produced each year for general circulation. 2014 nickels were minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints in very large quantities, making them generally common in everyday use. The San Francisco Mint produced special proof nickels for collectors, with high-quality mirror finishes and frosted design elements. While regular circulation nickels are common, certain errors and varieties related to 2014 nickels can be valuable, such as off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, die cracks, die dents, repunch mint marks RPMs, full-step Monticello varieties, and double die obverse or reverse errors. The full steps designation, used by collectors, refers to a fully visible and unbroken set of steps on the Monticello design. Coins with crisp, uninterrupted steps are rarer, especially in high-grade mint state condition. In the broader historical context, the 2014 Jefferson Nickel, represents the continuation of America's long-running tradition of honoring Jefferson's legacy in leadership, architecture, science, and democratic ideals. It connects modern America with the historical foundation of the nation, visually blending traditional symbolism with updated portrait art. The coin is widely collected by numismatists who appreciate both its historical roots dating back to 1938 and its modern design features created for clarity and artistic beauty. In today's market, the value of a 2014 nickel depends on its condition. Circulated examples are usually worth face value, 5 cents, but uncirculated mint state examples, especially graded Mississippi 66 or Mississippi 67, can be worth more to collectors. San Francisco Proof 2014's nickels hold higher value, especially deep cameo versions. But the true premium is associated with rare errors, high-grade full-step varieties, and special mint products. For collectors and coin enthusiasts, the 2014 nickel represents a modern yet historically meaningful U.S. coin filled with cultural symbolism, architectural heritage, presidential tribute, and ongoing artistic evolution. Next video. The United States 5-cent coin of 2006, commonly known as the Jefferson Nickel, represents an important transitional moment in modern American numismatics, because it marks the first full year in which the U.S. Mint implemented the newly redesigned forward-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson by artist Jamie Franke, concluding the historic Westward Journey Nickel series that had celebrated the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition between 2004 and 2005. The 2006 nickel kept the forward-facing, more lifelike, high-detail portrait of Jefferson, showing him looking outward with a subtle three-quarter perspective and a humanized expression that was intended to modernize the Founding Fathers' appearance while keeping the original spirit of Felix Schlag's iconic 1938 design, while also reintroducing the traditional Monticello reverse, redesigned by artist Felix Schlag in a cleaner, sharper format to enhance clarity and minting precision. The obverse of the 2006 nickel carries the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," on the left side, "Liberty," in Jefferson's own handwriting style to the right, and the year, 2006, placed below the signature, giving the coin a unique blend of historical reverence and contemporary artistic creativity. On the reverse, the elegant depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's neoclassical Virginia home, once again became the permanent reverse after the temporary Westward Journey reverses ended, although the 2006 version is noticeably sharper, more polished, and more refined compared to the earlier pre-2004 Monticello designs, with clearer architectural lines and improved lettering in the inscriptions, Monticello, United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and the denomination, 5 cents. The 2006 nickel was minted at the Philadelphia Mint P, Denver Mint D, and the San Francisco Mint S, for proof coins, with millions of circulation strikes distributed across America, causing the coin to be very common in everyday transactions, although high-grade uncirculated pieces with full steps on Monticello can reach notable collector demand. The Philadelphia and Denver issues feature no mintmark for Philadelphia or A. D. mintmark for Denver on the obverse, placed just below the year, while San Francisco coins carry an S. mintmark and are produced exclusively as brilliant mirror finish proofs for collectors. The 2006 Jefferson nickel weighs 5.00 grams, has a 21.21 mm diameter, and is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a metal composition unchanged since the copper-nickel alloy standardization after World War II. In terms of production quality, 2006 nickels often display strong strikes due to improved minting technology, making them attractive for modern-era collectors who seek superior luster, sharp portrait details, and clean step lines at the base of Monticello. From a historical perspective, the 2006 nickel is greatly appreciated because it symbolizes the conclusion of a major redesign era that revitalized America's 5-cent series, brought new artistry to Jefferson's image, and helped bridge the gap between the classic mid-20th century Schlag design and the modern artistic expressions of the 21st century. Although most 2006 nickels hold only their face value in circulated condition, special varieties, such as high-grade mint state examples, full-step designations graded by PCGS or NGC, or mirror-like proof versions, can carry collectible premiums, especially when preserved in pristine, unhandled, original mint quality. This coin continues to be an accessible and educational entry point for new collectors worldwide, reflecting over 200 years of American history, presidential legacy, architectural artistry, and numismatic evolution, all within a small copper nickel disc that remains one of the most recognizable pieces of United States coinage in circulation today. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. A new coin story awaits you every next day.